Exhibit 18, motion for reconsideration.
For rehearing.
Sorry, for rehearing, sorry.
And what is the motion?
Commissioner Holloway made a motion to rehear
Procedural
the matter.
motion to begin, just to rehear.
We have to vote to rehear the matter.
What is the hearing today?
Yes.
Object.
Well, he don't have a motion right now,
We
right?
have a motion.
You do have a motion
Holloway.
for
We need a
rehearing.
second.
And Commissioner Angelle the second.
Okay.
An object.
Okay. And call the roll.
Okay, Commissioner Campbell,
No.
Commissioner Holloway.
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt,
Yes.
Commissioner Angelle.
Yes.
And Commissioner Watson.
No.
Matters up. Commissioner Holloway.
All right, I move to overturn and vacate R 31106.
Any seconds?
Yeah, I second my motion. I
Take your time. Take your time. So it's been moved by Commissioner Holloway, second by Commissioner Angelle.
Yeah, I've been reviewing some of the information, visited with staff several times, and the initial document that I got from staff back in December, when I began to ask questions about this, was some indication that this would, again, and I realize that we don't know how much total money is going to be about 60 cents per month for an average residential customer. And I have a document from staff that I got on that.
Would you yield? If you've got 60 cents, you've done better than I have, because I haven't got the rate.
Okay.
Yes, because we have no idea what this is.
Okay. I have that document right here, and it basically says program costs are anticipated to be on the order of 40 to 60 cents per month for a 1,000 kilowatt residential customer. That's a document that was actually prepared December 13th, that staff forwarded to me on actually February 18th. It was prepared on December 13th. This document does not speak to the commercial rates, and so what I did is, in doing as much preparation I can, I asked for that information, and I received a email on that basically would indicate that if we used a 0.5% cap on revenues as the cost of the program, and we opted out the customers that are a certain size, and I'm assuming we're referring to industrials, that a average grocery store, an average size grocery store would pay $97.95 a month to participate in this program. And I've not seen anything public about that. And I'm very, very concerned that, and I understand why industrials wanted to opt out, because they are spending their own money and believe that this is not a program that they would benefit from. My concern is that for small to medium-sized privately owned businesses, whether it's a supermarket in Houma or in Lafayette or in East Feliciana or East Baton Rouge, anywhere in between, or it's a machine shop that is recovering from the impact of lost work after the Macondo event. I'm not so sure that we're being totally transparent with folks when we say we can't get a rate when a very distinguished member of this commission says he can't get a rate, and yet I have one that shows that a grocery store person is going to be paying $1,200 a year for the average grocery store. And so I'm very concerned that that when we allow the industrials to opt out, we basically, because of good reasons, that the target audience now is the commercials, small commercial people. And I've asked a lot of questions about small commercial. The guy who is taking the risk and going down to the local bank and borrowing money and paying the taxes and being involved in the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts and doing all those things.
Only because I don't know how you derived it, and I'd like to ask you for clarification.
Yeah, this was provided to me by the staff. This
Which,
is not,
who's in staff, which department is that from, utilities?
Commissioner, Melanie was right.
Melanie,
I was
right,
staff.
okay.
My consultant, Phil Hayat, worked on these numbers. Unfortunately, he is not here today. But these were numbers that were prepared in response to questions from Commissioner Angelle. So I do regret that we didn't have all of this information, in the record of the proceedings ahead of time. But they are numbers, calculations that were done by Mr. Hayat, like I said, in anticipation of these questions.
and to correct the record,
Using
excuse me,
EIA
just to
data.
make sure that I'm being fully transparent here, look, I said $97.95. That is for, in the CLECO area, in the SWEPCO area, it's $66.02, and in the Entergy Gulf States and Entergy Louisiana, it's $71.52. So I just want to make sure that, and I'm more than happy to share it with you.
That's
But
right.
I'll ask staff, because that's, the numbers came from staff, I'll ask how would they derive. Okay, and, so to get to the amount of $1,200 a year, or about $100 a year, I think was around that was derived from a commercial account, based on what?
It's 175 megawatt hour per month, commercial user, that's a CLECO rate, based on, I think it was based on the cost of the commercial.
Okay, and what type of business would use 175 megawatts?
The example that Phil gave was a grocery store.
Do you have a grocery store that uses about 175 megawatts, do you know? I'm asking, I mean, make it
I'm sorry,
clear.
what's the question?
Is there a grocery store that we know that uses about 175 megawatts of power per month?
Megawatt hours.
I just want to make the example of real life.
So I think that was correct, but I don't know specifically of a grocery store.
Or any other business, what type of business would use 175 megawatts per month? Do you have anything? Anybody? All right, well, let's move on. What I'm getting at is, so there's some businesses, and based upon that amount of usage, how do you determine that the amount, and let's be clear, that's a CLECO area. How is it determined? Based upon the production, the figures? How do you get to $100 a month based upon 175 megawatts of usage? What is the calculation?
The calculation was based on the cap that we had put on the first year direct cost of the program. So if you take the 0.5% cap on the program, CLECO, it is, I think, the cap would be approximately $4.7 million. And then if you divide that between your customers, you come up with the 97.
So you divide it
Well,
among,
you're dividing it by the megawatt hours.
so for the CLECO areas, how many million dollars? 4 million?
4.7.
4.7 in the entire CLECO area is $4.7 million that is divided among their customers, right?
Right.
Don't let me sit there words in your mouth.
Yes.
Because I really don't know, I'm asking questions to get clarification. Okay, so out of that, you determine that a commercial customer would have a cost of approximately, now you said that's a 0.5% or a half of 1% calculation for CLECO. So that'd be about 4.7 million in the entire CLECO area distributed. So for 175 megawatts, we get to about 90-something cents, almost $1, because of the megawatt usage.
Right.
Okay, do you know how much someone who uses 175 megawatts, what their bill would be, the total bill?
We do 12,000.
$18,272.80.
Yeah, I'm sorry, could you repeat that for me, please?
$18,272.80.
And their cost would go up, $18,000 per month bill would go up about 90 cents, and that's the high customer.
$97.95.
$97 a month.
$97.97.
Out of 18,000, it will go less than $100. Now, nobody wants to go to anybody. But if your bill is $18,000 a month, what percentage of that is the increase? What percentage is the $90? This is the high-end example. What percentages of the bill is that? Anybody who's faster than math than I am? 0.8%?
Yeah.
Less than 1%?
Money.
We are less than 1% of an increase. is money. An energy efficiency program is one that is intended to learn. At least this program is a phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is a learning process, or a process to help us understand how to become energy efficient. Now, if you look it up, the opposite of efficient is wasteful. I like an efficient energy program for Louisiana. 46, I think, and my numbers may be wrong, I'm not an expert, that's why I asked the proper person to speak, but if I'm not going to get that, I'll do my best. 46 states out in the Union do this. We haven't asked for anything that isn't normal and reasonable. In addition, a smart energy efficiency program saves money in the long haul. You spend half or 1% today, you might increase your energy efficiency by several percents in the future. That same grocery store might save $500, $1,000 2 years from now. It was intended to improve energy efficiency and money saving for the people of Louisiana. Now, nobody wants to waste money, but phase 1 was a learning process, not only for the public, not only for this commission, but for the businesses and the people making the policy to figure out what works for Louisiana, what's good for us. And we want to implement a phase 1 program to understand what works in Louisiana. Let's do what we know how to do, phase 1. And phase 2, this entire commission, the experts that we have on it, the people in the industry for or against it have a voice to help us develop a phase 2, which would be a long-haul energy efficiency program. That was the intention. The phase 1 is, I hate to say it, inconsequential to the long haul, except as a learning process. We need that in order to make Louisiana a more efficient, less wasteful state. As a commissioner, as a citizen, as an elected official, I'm tired of Louisiana being last on the list of everything.
Hallelujah.
Let's be smart about it and create a policy that's going to save energy in the long haul. Now, I hear anybody saying that.